In this video, we'll attempt to solve when the exponent in the exponential equation is negative. It's tricky because it looks hard to solve. And the big trick is to multiply each term in the equation by 4 to the power of x. That's what I've written up there. Let's start with this first term. 4 to the power of x times 4 to the power of x. When multiplying same base, you add the exponents. So what's x plus x? 4 to the power of 2x. Now for this term, still going to leave that 6 there, but multiplying the same base, base 4 to the power of x, base 4 to the negative x, multiplying same base, add the exponents. What's x plus negative x? 0. So you get 4 to the power of 0, which is good. And over here, there's not much we can do except say 5 times 4 to the power of x is literally 5 times 4 to the power of x. But it'll start to get a bit easier. 4 to the power of 0 is just 1. 6 times 1 is just going to be 6. And that leaves us with this equation. But we're still not there yet. It would really help to substitute. You don't have to use substitution, but I find it a lot easier. I'm going to let a equal 4 to the power of x. And that's going to be useful because 4 to the power of 2x, remember here on the side, 4 to the power of x squared is how you get 4 to the power of 2x. When multiplying exponents, it's because you had a power on a power. In other words, 4 to the power of 2x is the same as 4x squared. So we're going to have 4x squared. I'm just rewriting the equation, but that 4x squared represents that 4 to the power of 2x. And now I'll do my substitution and replace these 4 to the power of x's with a's. And look how easy the equation becomes. A nice simple quadratic. Let's move this 5a to the other side by subtracting, and we get a squared minus 5a plus 6 equals 0. And that's good because now we just need something that multiplies to 6 and adds to negative 5. The numbers are negative 3 and negative 2 because they multiply to positive 6 but add to negative 5. So we get a minus 3 and a minus 2 multiplied together equals 0. So a minus 3 equals 0 or a minus 2 equals 0. That means a equals 3 or a equals 2. But we're not quite done. A is not a. It really is a substitute for 4 to the power of x. So 4 to the power of x equals 3. And we can solve that by taking the log of both sides. And it saves us some time if we log base 4. Because then we just get x, this because log 4 of 4 to the power of x will just become 1 and the x comes down. And so we have x equals whatever log 4 3 is. And on our calculator that's the same as log 3 divided by log 4. So what's log of 3 divided by log of 4? I'll round to 3 decimals. X is approximately 0.792. And on this side, a equals 2, but that's not the whole story. It's really 4 to the power of x equals 2. We can even convert this to the same base if you recognize. We can do the same steps as before if you want. You'll get the same answer. But it might be helpful if you recognize 2 is the same as 4 square rooted, or 4 to the power of half. And just think, 4 square rooted, or 4 to the power of half, is 2. And now we can just drop the bases and save ourselves some work. X is either a half or x is approximately 0.792.